Welcome to Cooking and... Nailed it! Welcome to Coffee and Cooking with Kevin Koch, where we make coffee and cook with coffee. For the quick coffee portion today, we are going to be extra quick. Kind of a gloomy day out there. Nobody wants to spend time making a big pour over. We're gonna do the instant stuff from Folly. This is the house bean. Take this little tube, very sciencey. Make sure you get all of it out of there. The nice part about instant coffee is that you can just heat it to whatever temperature you want to drink the coffee at. It's a nice steamy 150. 8 to 10 ounces, boom. Look at that, Folly Coffee, never been made quicker. And it's really good. It's instant coffee, but it's really good. Right on. Alrighty folks, now that we got the coffee in our system, we're ready to go. Rob tasked me with something interesting this time around, a coffee hot sauce. Done a little bit of research on it. Aren't too many out there that exist. Now the fruitiness of coffee, especially Folly Coffee, is gonna lend itself well to these dried chilies. So we have an assortment here. We've got pasilla negra, ancho, we've dried serranos, chipotle is gonna add a nice smoky element to it, guajillo, and I'm gonna throw these in the oven because if you really wanna amp up the flavor, you wanna toast them up. So we're gonna throw these in the oven for about 10 minutes at 400. Then I'll kind of talk you through what else we're gonna be putting in the hot sauce here. We're gonna put some cumin in there, smoked Spanish paprika. I'm a fangirl of nutritional yeast. Garlic here. The X factor here, I think allspice goes really well with the Folly beans that I've tried. So we're gonna put a little bit of allspice in there as well. And then of course, coffee. Gotta put a lot of coffee in the coffee hot sauce I found. You know, the other usual suspects in a hot sauce, sugar, salt, and vinegar. Oh yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I haven't had a lot of instant coffee, but you know, that's pretty damn good. First things first, I'm gonna get this pot going because as soon as those chilies are toasted, we need to rehydrate them. So how are we gonna do that? We're gonna do it with some of the vinegar here, some water. We don't want it to be all vinegar, it'd just be a little bit too tart. Once the peppers are fully rehydrated, that's when we'll then add the coffee to kind of preserve some of that coffee flavor. Let's saute up the garlic here. I'm gonna just smash it. You can actually roast garlic a little bit better when it's whole like this. Peel the garlic. I'm doing it. I'll do it for you. Gonna add a little olive oil, not too much. Turn up the heat a little bit. Garlic's a cool ingredient because it tastes so different depending on how you prepare it. The kitchen's actually starting to smell really good between the garlic and the chilies. The chilies will tell you when they're done because you start to smell them. We got the garlic going here. I don't want to take this garlic any further than it is right now. So there, got some nice color on it. Beautiful. Let's check these chilies. Yeah, they're good. You can smell them. We're just gonna add them right in here. So we got that going. Beautiful. And then we're gonna add some vinegar. About a pint of water. And make sure to pour half of it onto the stovetop. It's a really important part of the process. As you can see, the chilies are in there. They're gonna be rehydrating. The best way to know when they're done is when they are kind of like soft. I know mushy isn't a good word. You do want them to be a little bit mushy. Nobody likes a gritty sauce. Add your sugar. That was about 2 tablespoons. And then a good amount of salt too. 3 nice pinches of salt. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the spices in here too. So a little bit of cumin, a little bit of smoked paprika for a little more smoky edge. And then the allspice. Gotta be really careful with this. Not too much. We'll call that good. This is basically gonna now come up to a boil. Then we're gonna blend it up and then we're done. You got yourself a hot sauce. It's pretty easy. It's beautiful. All right, so the chilies are all softened here. We're gonna throw them in the blender now. Woo! Steam facial. Should be wearing protective goggles. But we'll get all those in there. Don't put all of your liquid in here right away. Wait to do that because you wanna be able to blend this up and control how thick it is. And if you just pour all your liquid in there right away, you're not necessarily gonna be able to control the thickness. So I like to add it a little bit at a time. Don't just dump all your liquid in there. The other reason I didn't add all of the liquid in here is because we want some of that liquid to be the most important liquid, which is the brewed coffee here. So we're gonna add that. I'm gonna just cover it with the coffee. And the thing about this is like we want it to taste like coffee, but we don't want it to only taste like coffee. It's better to just have a more subtle coffee flavor. And we want this to be really smooth. It's time to add some of our vinegar. Make sure that we actually soften the peppers in to adjust the thickness of this sauce here. Let's start with that, see where it takes us. You can always add more. It's really hard to take liquid out. can see, still too thick. Add a little bit more. Boom. How are we looking, team? It smells good. And I think we're still a little bit thick here. We might as well add more coffee if we're adding liquid. All right, so we got this all blended up. It's a nice texture. It's a nice thickness. It's a nice homogeneous mixture. That's exactly what we want. You want it to be somewhat thick so that whatever you put it on, it'll stay on and adhere to it. But yeah, it's damn good. It's nice tangy. You get the coffee. It's got a good salt level. It'll help to like season whatever food you're making. And it's just got that really like subtle underpinning of coffee that is gonna make you make people just be like, well, what is that? You can't really put your finger on it, but just kind of adds a nice richness to it. That's the beauty of coffee in general as it pertains to food. Only one more. Finishing up the last of the 5 ounce, perfect little 5 ounce bottle of Folly hot sauce. Coming at you. Boom. Like a glove. Get some of these stoppers going. Satisfying. So there you have it. Folly Coffee hot sauce on the fly here on a rainy day. Put it on some eggs.